Hello everyone, this is Ritu Suteri. Today we are discussing this problem, that is add binary. The problem is that we are given with two binary strings A and B, and we have to return their sum as the binary strings. Notice here that it is given in the string format, and we also have to return in the string format. Before that, let's get some of our basics clear regarding binary additions. So these are all are the rules for binary additions, and I hope you are aware of this thing. That the only special thing here is this, that if you add 1 to 1 in binary, you will get 0 as the output, and 1 will be your carry. And this is very obvious stuff, that zeros and only zeros and 1 are allowed in binaries representation. So let's take an example. Suppose we have to add this 1 1. These are the binary representation, not the decimal 11. So by the way, this is the representation of 3, this is also representation of 3. So if you add this stuff, 1 plus 1 will be 0 according to this rule, and we will have 1 as a carry. And again 1 plus 1 will be 0, then 0 plus 1 will be 1, right? So we'll add 1 here, and since we have had a carry here, so we'll pass it on the next step. So this will be this, and this, by the way, is binary representation of 6. Also, we have verified this, that if you want to add 3 to 3 in decimal format, you will get 6 as the answer. So this is the pretty standard stuff. Now the thing that I've told you earlier is that we are given with the strings, right? So the example that I've discussed here is only possible when I've took these values as the integers, because I don't want to add uh, character 1 to character 1, right? Because this will not turn out to be our desired output. So the first step is that we have to convert these characters into integer format, and converting each character into its integer format is very simple stuff. What we do is, we suppose we have 9 as the character, and we want to get its corresponding integer value. So what we will do is, we will subtract it with the 0th character, and in this step we will get is the integer 9. So again, this is very simple stuff, that suppose 0 have some x ASCII value, and 0 the next ASCII value, the next value in this would be 1. X plus 1 will be the ASCII value for 1, then x plus 2 will be the ASCII value for 2. Similarly, this is very obvious stuff. Now the ASCII value for, if we have took ASCII value for this as x, so ASCII value of 9 will be x plus 9. And if we do this simple operation, that if we do this thing, we will get 9. So this is a simple way of converting each character into its corresponding integer. So keep this in mind. We will use this later in our program to convert each character bit to its integer value, right? So I hope all of these things are clear to you by now. Let's also introduce few variables that will be helpful for us while doing this problem. Also, the way that we are going to deal with this problem is, we first of all will do basic normal calculation, normal addition, and then we will convert this result of normal addition into our binary addition, right? So what I'm trying to say here is, let's take this example itself, that if you want to add this thing, so let's introduce some variables first of all. So sum will first of all contain the normal addition of these two, or the normal addition at each step, right? So we will add, we will write the normal addition in here. The second step would be the carry part, because carry is very important, because it will decide the answer for the next step. So initially carry would be 0, and carry will also be decided by doing some operations. Then we will have to write a result, or maybe final variable. Let's not write final, because it is a keyword in Java. So let's take result, or res for short. So it will convert, or it will have the final binary format of the answer that we want in our final answer. So let's first of all do this thing, that 1 plus 1 is 2, right, in normal addition. So let's write 2 in here. And since 2 exceeds our limit, we cannot write 2 in binary addition. So what we will do is, we will do normal addition, and the result that we got from this operation, we will suppose like write sum, and we will modulo it by 2 to get our final answer, right? So I mean, you can do this for any other step. Let's complete this step with normal addition, and we will then turn it into our final answer. So 1 plus 1 is 2, right? Then for the carry part is very important. I mean, I found out that if at any step your sum turns out to be greater than 1, in this step your carry will automatically be 1. And for the rest of the step, I mean, if your sum is less than 0, in this step carry will be 0. Now, you'll ask that how you have found out this, or I mean, what's the logic behind this? I mean, it is very simple stuff. That if you have had, I mean, let's in this step, if you take the sum to be 0 or 1, uh, we have not crossed our limits, right? So in this path, the carry will be 0. And the maximum sum we can get from here is, I mean, from these adding these binary values will be 2 or 3. Why 2? I mean, if both of the values are 1 and 1, so the sum will turn out to be 2, right? In this case, we have one thing to carry forward, so we will write carry as 1. And you will now think that when is 3 possible? 3 is possible in this step. So 1 as the carry, and 1 and 1 as the numbers itself. So in this step, the answer will be 2, 3, right? So we'll pass 1 for the carry in the next step, right? So this is the normal addition. Now what we will do is we will modulo it with 2. We will modulate this with 2. So the answer will be 0. I mean, 2 when modulo with 2 will be 0, right? So we have wrote 2 here. In the next step, what we have to do is we also have to modulo this bit. So we will modulo this and our answer will be 1, right? And in the next step, we will simply pass this carry here. So this will be our answer as obtained here. So I hope I have made these things clear to you guys. If these things are a little bit shaky, you can take any other example of your choice and you can test these things with it. You will definitely get what I'm trying to say here, right? So these all are the steps, and let's look at them formally, and let's see that what all algorithm we need to follow to solve this problem. So the very first step is, since you have given with strings, and suppose let's take 0, 1 or something, some examples like that, and yeah. So what you will do is you will take 2 pointers, suppose one I for the A string and B for the B string you will take J. Now you will simply from the last step you will start iterating till any of the till both of the strings became empty, right? After, I mean, inside this loop, first step is to convert these characters into string that I've told you earlier, that how we do this step, right? Now here comes the simplest part, that is we for the sum variable that we have introduced in the last step, that we will do is we will add the ith value and the jth value, I mean, if these exist, right? And this will be our normal addition. And once we have got our normal addition, what we will do is we will prepare a result for this, I mean for this normal addition into the binary addition. So for this we will do is sum modulo by 2, right? And once we have done this, we also need to figure out what our carry is. For the carry, I've discussed this thing earlier with you, that if our sum exceeds 1, our carry will be 1, or if our sum lies between zeros and 1, we will for that case we will write 0 as our carry, right? So this is all the step. Also once you are over with this loop, and suppose you are carrying carry in our this variable, right? So if your carry is not 0, that means while our loop gets over, we have something in our carry that needs to be added in our answer. So we'll simply add this carry into our answer, final answer. And now what we have done is we will use a string builder class in Java to form our answer. What string builder does is um that at each step what we will find out its resultant value, we will perform its answer. Suppose at this step, let's look into one such example. So yeah, in this example, while using string builder class, let's take another pen for that. What we will do is our answer, our first step was we got 0, right? We will add 0 here. In the next step we got 1, so we will add this 1 with this answer variable or result as we were talking. Then for the next step we will add this one. Now you have noticed that our answer is reversed in this situation. So while returning the final answer, we have to reverse this thing, reverse reverse of result we have to return, so that we get exact final answer, right? Also, don't worry about technicality about string builder class and how we add these values into it. I will show you the code and you will find out that what all needs to be done to write this program. And once we have reversed this value, we will simply have to return this into the string format that we will also look upon the syntax. So I hope I have cleared all these algorithms to you and about how we have proceeded. So now let's look at the code. Yeah. So here is the code. You can see that we have used result as our answer, and we have used string builder for that. And ing we have took pointers to iterate over a and b. Then this is pretty simple loop. And here first of all we have took sum as the carry, and this is simple stuff that I've explained you. And here we are appending is for adding, sorry, for adding the required answer into this final string. And this is a little fancy way of writing what I've told you in this step, that if the sum exceeds 1 we will write carry as 1, or if the sum is I mean in the else part we will write 0 as the carry. So yeah, this is the stuff. And after we are done with this loop, we will simply check if our carry is not carry, we will add this to our answer, and we will return this, I mean we will reverse this result variable, and we will convert this into string and we will return this. So this is the stuff. Let's submit this problem and let's see if it uh, got accepted or not. Okay, so it gets accepted, and this was the solution, and this was the algorithm. I hope you have got this algorithm, and if you like this explanation, you can like the video and you can consider subscribing to the channel. So that's all for this video. Thank you everyone. Sorry.